You know those hotel loyalty points you've been saving up? We tend to think of them as, just a nice little perk. But what if I told you they're basically a currency? A currency that criminals are working around the clock to steal, right from under your nose.
I mean, we all do it, right? You carefully save up those points, dreaming of that perfect vacation, maybe a fancy weekend getaway. Every single point is part of a plan, a future memory. It's not just some number on a screen. It's a stash of future good times.
But for a pretty sophisticated network of criminals, those points mean something very different. They mean cold, hard cash. We're talking $3 to $4 million. That's the estimated value of hotel points stolen every year through just this one specific type of fraud. It's a shocking number when you realize that's thousands of dream vacations just vanishing.
Okay, so how is this even happening? Well, to really get how to protect your points, first we need to understand why they're such a hot target in the first place. It's time we stop seeing them as a simple perk and start seeing them for what they are, a really valuable and, unfortunately, vulnerable asset.
The whole idea here is actually pretty simple. Your points work just like money. You can trade them for hotel stays, and those stays have a very real dollar value. And anytime something has value, an underground market almost always pops up to exploit it. And that is exactly what has happened with our hotel points. This whole scheme actually has a name, Hotel Redemption Fraud. And it's pretty much what it sounds like. A criminal, or a bad actor, gets into your account, helps themselves to your points, and then uses them to book hotel rooms, sometimes for themselves, but more often, they sell these bookings to other people for a steep discount. And make no mistake, this isn't some victimless crime that only hurts a giant corporation. Nope, this fraud hits about 7,000 loyalty program members directly every single year. That's 7,000 people who log in one day, excited to book a trip, only to find their points are completely gone.
And the scale of this thing is, well, it's huge. Those stolen points are used to make around 9,000 fraudulent hotel bookings a year. Think about that. Each one of those bookings is a successful heist in a much, much larger criminal operation.
So, the big question is, how do they do it? How do these criminals actually turn your points into a free hotel stay for someone else? Well, the method is surprisingly simple, and it actually exploits the very systems that were built to make things easier for us.
The scam itself is almost elegant in its simplicity. Here's how it works. First, the thief uses your stolen points to book a room for that exact same day. This creates a sense of urgency. Then, step 2, they just hop on the hotel's mobile app, the chat feature, and they send a quick message to the front desk asking to change the name on the reservation. They're literally using the tools of convenience as a weapon.
But the hotels are not just sitting around letting this happen. They've actually developed a playbook, a counter strategy for the front desk staff to spot this fraud and stop it right in its tracks. So let's take a little peek behind the front desk.
And their whole defense? It all comes down to the program's official terms and conditions, the fine print. See, fraudsters love this little loophole that says an award can be issued to a third party. But the hotel staff, they focus on the most important part. Not transferable. Their rule is crystal clear. You can put someone else's name on the booking when you make it, but you absolutely cannot change it after it's been booked. That is their line in the sand.
So to enforce this, the staff are trained to look for a very specific set of red flags. Is it a same-day booking? Ding. Was the name change requested over the mobile chat? Ding. Does the new name seem totally unrelated to the account holder? Maybe even a different nationality? Ding. Ding. And the big one. Is it missing a special internal code for gifted stays? Each one of these is a major warning sign that something's not right. This little checklist then triggers a standard procedure, a script they have to follow. So when the staff see these red flags pop up, they know exactly what to do. They refuse the name change, they tell the person they have to call member support directly, and if the guest still pushes, they offer to book them a brand new, paid reservation. And just like that, the fraud is stopped cold. So, I know what you might be thinking. Wow, these rules seem kinda rigid, maybe a little inconvenient. But what feels like a hassle to us is actually a super important layer of security. And it's designed for one reason, and one reason only. It is all about protecting the value of your points. By making it so much harder for criminals to use stolen points, the hotel keeps the whole loyalty program trustworthy. These strict rules are what make sure that the points you've been so carefully saving up are actually there for you when you're finally ready to use them. So let me leave you with this final thought.
The next time you're at a hotel and you get frustrated because the agent just can't add your friend's name to a reservation you made with points, just take a second. It might not be bad customer service. It might just be the system working exactly the way it's supposed to, protecting your points and my points from ending up as another statistic.